Actor Jerry O'Connell is a native New Yorker living in Los Angeles who has fallen in love with Atlanta, its people, food, and opportunities. I went one-on-one with him during a break from his hosting duties on the Pictionary TV game show.
Things found under the sea. This would keep your team in it, Jaleel.
Okay,
15 seconds on the clock. Sketch.
The game show Pictionary is recorded at the Georgia Public Broadcasting Studios in Atlanta. Jerry O'Connell hosts a program that pits two teams, each led by a celebrity, against each other. O'Connell gives a player a word. They have to describe it with a drawing. They can't talk. Think of it as charades with drawings. The team with the most correct answers wins cash and possibly a trip. How many weeks do you spend in Metro Atlanta shooting the show?
We spend a couple of months shooting, but we're actually here longer than that because there's so much preparation that goes into it. Mostly recruiting contestants. It's why I have to thank you for coming here, because people of Atlanta, we need contestants. We want to give you money. We want to give you prizes. All you have to do is be willing to show how well or how poorly you draw on national television. It's been really fun for us moving the show to Atlanta because people in Atlanta are nice. I'm just not used to people greeting me with smiles. No offense to where I live or where I'm from. I don't want any beef. But people are polite. People call me sir. I can't believe it. I don't know what to do. I have teenage daughters. I live in Los Angeles. No young people call me sir. Here in Atlanta, people call me sir. And you know what? I like it. I'm into it. I'm now calling people sir and ma'am. I'm into it.
Then there is the food. And the way we got here is because one of our photog's wife, Nikki, is at the Silver Skillet, and you eat there at least twice a day?
We shoot the show here at Georgia Public Broadcasting in Midtown. And there's a restaurant next door that only serves breakfast and lunch called the Silver Skillet. And I'm sorry to turn this into a Yelp review here, your interview. But it is an incredible eating experience. I cannot say enough great things about the Silver Skillet. I order something different every time I go in there. You have to understand something else. I live in Hollywood. I live in Los Angeles. All we eat there is kale. All we eat there is steamed vegetables. And now I eat biscuits with every meal. And by the way, I want to say, I'm not gaining weight. I've never had more energy. I've never felt better. I went back to LA last weekend and I was like, I want a biscuit. Where is my biscuit with my meal? Where is my gravy? And they thought I was crazy. And I let my family know I'm only eating at restaurants where they serve biscuits and gravy.
Your wife is gonna have to learn how to make biscuits.
I feel a new energy. Living here in Atlanta. It really is fun. I go to Piedmont Park every day. I exercise there. It is such a gorgeous park. I really love Atlanta. I love the history of it. It's really funny. As a young man, one of my first movies that I did was Scream 2, and we shot it all at Agnes Scott College. And so we lived at Agnes Scott for the summer while we shot it there. And I was a much younger man then, and we went out a lot in Buckhead, and we had a really good time. So I don't remember really a lot from those days because I was working hard and playing even harder. But I did remember that we went a lot to Fat Matt's Rib Shack. And so that was my first stop when I got off the plane. I was like, oh, where do I eat? Oh yeah, Fat Matt's Rib Shack. And really happy to say nothing's changed there. I had a slab and a half, which is more meat than I've ever eaten in my life. And again, somehow not gaining weight. I feel stronger. I feel more virile. I don't know. Atlanta really, it works with me.
Jerry's other Atlanta connection is Kenny Leon, former artistic director at the Alliance Theater. founder of True Colors Theater Company, and now an award-winning director and producer on Broadway and TV. Leon directed the Tony Award-winning play The Soldier's Play, starring Blair Underwood, David Alan Grier, and Jerry.
Mr. Leon gave me a quote, and I'm gonna give it to you, and I hope he doesn't get mad at me sharing his magic sauce. But when we sat down to start rehearsals for A Soldier's Play, which the great Kenny Leon of Atlanta directed, Tony Award-winning Kenny Leon of Atlanta directed, he said, I'm directing this, I'm your director. My job is to make sure that your next job is amazing. And I had never heard anyone say that. Think about that.
Yes.
This is your boss saying, I need everything out of you guys. You have to bring everything. Like, I need you to work hard. He said, my job is to make sure your next job is incredible. And I carried that with me everywhere. Everyone, ever since I worked with Kenny Leon, everyone I come into contact with professionally, it is my job to make sure your next job is amazing. And that really touched me. I really think about it. I think about it every moment I'm in a professional setting.
Jerry and his wife, model and actress Rebecca Romine, have 2 daughters, Charlie, named after his brother, and Dolly, named after Dolly Parton, because of a visit to Dollywood.
Dolly Parton saw my wife, who was very pregnant at the time, and said, I'm gonna dedicate a song to this pregnant young lady. And she sang Little Sparrow, which is, and my wife was like crying, like she couldn't handle it. And my wife called me from the airport in Pigeon Forge and said, I can't talk right now. I'm like too emotional, but we're naming one of we knew we were having daughters. We're naming one of our daughters Dolly. That's it. I don't want to even talk about it. It's not up for debate. They're like hung up.
His twin daughters are 15 years old. One is interested in acting and the other modeling. He worries his daughters might become Nepo, short for nepotism babies. They might get a foot in the door because of their parents' careers.
Who knows if my kids will make it in showbiz, make it in the entertainment industry, make it in modeling. Who knows? We will always make our kids work for what they want. My wife and I worked for everything that we have. We got...
You've got a lot of roles, I saw.
We got from our, we're talking about Nepo babies in particular. We got no help from our parents. I mean, they were encouraging, but like, so we do have, my wife and I do have a work ethic. And listen, it's proven. Kenny Leon said I have a work ethic. And if Kenny Leon says you have a work ethic, you have a work ethic. So we will really try to instill in our Nepo baby children a work ethic. Nothing comes for free. You gotta work for everything. The only way you gain success is through hard work. Because if it's given to you, it just doesn't feel good,
Jerry is trying new things, saxophone lessons and tap dancing lessons now that he's turned 50.
I carry myself differently, so I'm not gonna say I'm more confident at 50. I just, I like being 50. I mean, I do, if I get on a plane, I am a little stiff when I get up from that seat. I mean, I do find myself chewing aspirin like they're Tic Tacs these days. So there are some aspects that, I don't like, but what are you gonna do? You can't stop it. You gotta just have fun while you're doing it.
If you would like to be a contestant on Pictionary, go to PictionaryOnTV.com. Check your local listings for the show schedule. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of Monica Pearson One-on-One, check out the links on your screen and click the subscribe button.